from Lion, Dev Patel. Congratulations, sir. How are you?
Oh man, I'm a little bit wobbly.
But you won the BAFTA like 15 minutes ago. It's
Oh
fine.
man, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in.
It's very heavy, so it drains the legs.
Yeah.
That's what happens. How does it feel? What went through your mind when your name was read out?
I honestly, I really did not expect it. We've gone to so many of these award ceremonies, and this one was where everything changed on home turf with my family in the audience, and I used to watch this in Rayners Lane with my parents, at the end of the Piccadilly line, and then for all of us to be here in our black and whites, walking the carpet, and then for me to be able to. It's kind of an out-of-body experience. Sorry, the words are...
No, it's fine. It's fine. Did you have a speech prepared just in case?
No, as you saw, if you saw, I didn't. I think I forgot a couple of people, so I'm gonna have to make some.
Anyone you want to rectify now? You can.
Oh, my brothers, Sam and Rugul. They're my best friends, and I actually went into the audition of Lion with my friend Rugul, and then I was in India filming with him, and that's when I got the call that I'd been nominated for an Oscar, and it was kind of one of life's beautiful full circle moments, and he's here in London with me again so it's just, yeah,
amazing.
I love him to bits.
Amazing. It's an extraordinary performance and an extraordinary film, and Luke Davies was here,
Yes.
and he was talking about how, obviously, Saru is around and is someone you can draw upon, is a resource to talk to. I imagine you did that a lot.
Yeah, well, actually, I didn't have that luxury when we first began the film, and Garth really wanted me to follow my own soul's compass with the role. But, the first scene I shot in the movie was the climax, the end of the film. So that was very difficult because you haven't really been able to shoot anything else or create a history with your co-stars. And then when we went to shoot in India, that's when I met Australia, sorry. Afterwards, that's when I met Saru.
Wow.
And I'd spent 8 months prepping for this, working on the accent, training, doing all that to get bigger. And as soon as I sat down, it's kind of that moment where you're standing in front of... He was actually in front of me, and that was really beautiful. We felt like we'd known each other for so long.
Yeah.
And the whole family is so open and giving, and it just makes those words on a page more sacred when you realize that that they were shared between real human beings.
Yeah, absolutely. That's incredible. You shot the end first. I mean,
Yeah.
To get to that emotional level must have been incredible.
Yeah,
It's been really difficult.
It was a lot, and there was no trained actors in that scene. They were all villagers. The best English speaker was a man that I showed this picture to of the young Saru, and I was like, I'm looking for my family and my brother and sister.
Yeah.
And it was one of the most truthful moments I've ever been able to have in front of a camera because of the way Garth, our director, had composed it.
Yes.
And as the audience experienced it in the film, that's kind of how I was experiencing meeting Priyanka. And I hadn't seen her in the makeup aged or anything like that. So it was, very raw.
Incredible. Yes, please, Natalie. Thank you.
I just wondered, I don't know how much time you spent in the UK recently, but we were asking this of Luke earlier, that this film seems to have quite a momentum at the moment, and with audiences in particular, it's still selling out, even though it's been on release for a while. And
is it?
Yeah, and it's kind of got a word of mouth thing going about
Yeah.
it, and if you knew about that and how that made you feel.
Yeah, it's been interesting because when you walk into a room, I try and watch the last 7 minutes just to get a feeling of the atmosphere, and then you walk into a room and it really is an audience movie. It's just this, it's got a really big heart, this film. And we'd go around to these film festivals when very few people know anything about it, and now I can see the power of this word of mouth. People are telling their friends, and now it's just completely different, and it's been pretty amazing. Sorry, I'm still a bit.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay.
Yes, please, Russell.
You're good there, Dev? Yep,
Yeah, sorry.
Russ from Red Carpet News. Congratulations, Dev. We love a local winner. I think obviously the real word at the heart of this film is family, and I'm curious for you what that word means and why it's important to celebrate it on screen in all its diverse connotations.
Like Saru, my drive comes from family. Like what we do for someone who's a fairly unconfident human being, stepping into an audition room with people you've never met before, and bawling your eyes out or screaming like a madman, or you're constantly being put out of your comfort zone, and it's that image of my family that is what makes me step out into the spotlight and do it. And that's the same with Saru. It was the drive to connect to his mother, his family, that consumed him. And it means everything to me. This film is about mothers and sons, and my mum saw an audition in the metro, travelling on the train, metro newspaper. And she dragged me to an open casting, which was Skins, and I got it. And now, 10 years on, we're here at the BAFTAs, and it's pretty amazing. Again, amazing. I need to stop saying amazing.
Yes, please, right at the back. Thank you.
Hi there. You just mentioned Skins. Hello,
Yeah.
can you see me?
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hey.
You just mentioned Skins. 10 years this year.
Yeah.
So E4 have all the box sets now. Exciting. How do you feel 10 years on from Skins to be here winning a BAFTA? What do you think Anwar would think of it all?
Oh, man. What would Anwar? I'm sure he would be off his face by now. I don't think he'd make it to the final step up to the stage before he collapsed. But, I love those guys. And my biggest inspirations was some of those characters on Skins, in particular an actor called Joe Dempsey. I remember it's the first time I'd ever stepped foot on a film set. I never knew what a boom mic was or what speed or rolling meant. And I looked over at Joe, and we're doing this big scene on the grass sitting in Bristol on the green. And the way he delivered his lines and the confidence and the knowing he had of the craft. And he's been a great mentor in that process. So, all of them have. But, he sent me a lovely email saying, can you believe, 10 years ago we were both stepping out to say our first lines on Skins, and to be here.
So is this going to Joe Dempsey then? He gonna
half it with Sonny, and then there's a lot of people that this should go to.
Fantastic. On that note, please give it up once
Thanks,
again.
guys.
Dev Patel.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey,